Welcome to Product Overview with Valle. On this video, we're going to talk about our Pro 1050 WT. This is our weighted outfield trainer in the Pro Series. The difference between the Pro Series and the S Series is the Pro is made out of kip leather, which is just that higher grade quality leather, a little softer to the touch. And it also has, the Pro Series has the open wrist back that you can see on the back here versus the strap wrist back. But let's talk about the 1050 weighted just training glove in general. It's our outfield trainer, like I mentioned before. It has the outfield webbing to it, so it feels and looks a little bit more like a glove that you would use as an outfielder. The reason that's important to us, because that's pretty much our philosophy with all of our training gloves, is that whatever you train with should feel like the glove you're going to use in the game. So we've done that with this, even down to some of the little details of, if you notice here, there's two of the finger pads. So for most outfielders, they like to slide their hand over and have two fingers in the pinky slot, which would make their index finger land here. That's why we have that extra pad here. This pinky slot is also large enough to actually have that hand placement, which a lot of training gloves on the market right now don't account for that. But as we know with outfielders, that is the way they like to put their hand in the glove. So we want to make sure that you can do that. Again, what you do with your game glove, we want you to be able to do with your training glove. Why a 1050? Why a 10.5-inch glove? Because again, just smaller, going after fly balls, not drifting to it. When you're coming through do or die plays, making sure your glove is come down completely, watching the ball going into the pocket. All those things, doing them with a smaller tool makes the player focus a little bit more and not get away with being lazy. A lot of times outfielders, because they have such a large glove, they can get lazy sometimes, especially when you're coming through ground balls and things of that nature. So this, it eliminates that. It makes you focus when you're going after plays. The weight, why do we do the weight? Because training gloves are so much smaller, just inherently, than obviously your game glove, they also are a lot lighter. So one of the things you can do with training gloves, if you train with a small training glove for a long period of time, then move to your game glove, the game glove could actually feel heavy, which is counterproductive. That's not what we want. So the weight is actually built in the thumb and in the pinky here, okay, for a couple of reasons. But that weight brings the weight back up, actually a little bit overloaded of your game glove weight, depending on what model you use as a game glove. So the benefits there too, the benefit is because it's in the pinky and the thumb and it's towards the end of the glove. On these do or die plays, when you reach your glove out, you'll feel, if you put this glove on your hand, it almost wants to pull the fingertips towards the ground and have that great glove presentation with the wrist flexion that we want as a fielder. So that's the second benefit. And then obviously just the weight in general makes it a little bit more difficult, which is the benefit of all of our training gloves. We want to make practice more difficult. That way when you go to a game, it's incredibly easy. So that's the weighted element of this Pro 1050 WT. Obviously, if you have any questions on this glove or any of our other models, just leave a comment on this video or reach out to us through our website, vallesportinggoods.com, and we'll get right back to you. Thanks so much.